Bonjour and ça va. Welcome to another episode 4, believe it or not, of Jennifer's Closet. And today is Monday, which is Real Talk. So, first of all, let's check in with each other. How was your week? Did you have a good week? Any good adventures? If you go to our playlist, or the dog's playlist, which is The Adventures of Mr. Chaos and Little Miss Diva Miley, you'll find out what we did. We took them to the Mississippi Regional Park and Coon Rapids Dam, and they had a great time. So make sure you check that video out because it was really fun with them. Otherwise, week here has been pretty fine. We're looking at a hot week ahead, so there might be some pool videos with the dogs and some splash pad videos this week as it's really hot. Now, last week we talked about boundaries and personal boundaries and going outside of them. And I thought we'd expand upon that today with talk about living with ADHD, which is what I have. So have a seat, asseyez-vous, have a drink. This is sweet tea because it's Monday. And let me share a little of my life with ADHD. When I was in second grade, I was diagnosed back in the day with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And my parents at that point pulled me out of many different activities, which probably should have been left in one. And I was put on, at the time, what was Ritalin, and I was on it very shortly because it so definitely changed my personality. So I spent most of my school years without any medication, which made it very interesting because there are some features of ADHD that are kind of harder than others, including when your hyperactivity levels and your brain processes stay in your seat as, okay, I'm at my seat, but I'm not sitting in my seat, is different for me than it was for a teacher. And so that was one of the problems. Another problem I had in school, especially in math, where I have a learning disability on top of everything else, is that my brain would turn off and I'd look at the ceiling and I'd count the holes in the ceiling tiles and then I'd miss out how to do math. So there was that. Another unfortunate feature of ADD for me was not knowing how to balance large groups of people. I could have small groups of friends and I'd be totally with that group of friends and totally not pay any attention to the other group of friends because I wouldn't know how to manage playing with everybody. And when I was meeting somebody new, my brain thought that they were out to get me or they were playing some mean practical jokes. So I missed out on a lot of great people because the ADD made it difficult for me to meet a lot of new people and have trust when really they probably just didn't, have anything wrong with me at all. But it made socializing with larger groups harder. It made me more of a wallflower. And then it also didn't help that when I was little, instead of my mom letting me answer questions for myself, she would also answer for me, so that it became more of a withdrawal thing and not knowing how to talk to people my own age. And, I was the youngest of 4, so I grew up with people that were at least 10 years older than me, so I couldn't really address things the same way as some other people. I have found that there are certain tricks that help get through things. Lists are great. Having a schedule is also great. And if the list is great because you can cross things off, and the schedule is great for keeping track of things and not forgetting things, because I always feel like I'm forgetting to do something. I start the laundry and I don't complete the laundry because I forget that I've started it, or I'll walk by something, okay, I need to do that, and 10 minutes later I've totally forgotten to do that because my brain doesn't hold on to it. So those are just some of the little things that ADD does. But having lists and a schedule are important to help remind you and get you on a path and a situation. It becomes problematic when you have no lists or when you go off that schedule and you try to get back on it. It can be a little hard. So that's a little bit, I'm not going to get into too much more this week with that because it's really detailed, and that's just the basic gist of what it has been for me. I know there's other people out there who have a lot more severe ADD than I do. I've been very fortunate to have a very mild and functional case of ADD or ADHD, and I don't need to take a lot of medicine. Actually, right now I'm on nothing but diet and exercise, and some natural supplements to help balance my brain levels out. So there are other ways. We can talk about that another day. I don't want to bore you with boring ADD details. I just wanted to check in, say hi. If you have, like I said, if you've had any adventures, please put them down below. If you have any questions about ADD, ADHD, about tricks and whatever that you might like, I can maybe help you out there. Please leave a comment down there. Also remember to please subscribe, and remember to sparkle and shine like the brilliant star that you are. Be a blessing to someone else. And on Wednesday, it's Fashion Find time again, so I'll